Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison and today I want to share with you all my low buy rules that I'm doing for 2025, and hopefully they'll encourage or help you figure out if you want to do a low buy as well. For years, no buys and low buys have been trending on YouTube and social media, helping people, save money and get their expenses down. Last year was the first year that I really started to dabble with low buy and really thinking through what it would look like to try a month-long challenge or unsubscribe to a bunch of emails, really being more conscious about my spending. And I started seeing some great wins, which has led me to 2025 really putting in place a year-long low buy rules and parameters for myself so that I can be successful. So the main reason why I wanted to do this and the benefits that I started seeing with some of those month-long challenges last year was that there is so much brain space that I didn't even realize that I would give to endless scrolling, shopping online, building carts, thinking about buying things. Do I need that pair of jeans? Do I need that another pair of shoes or other skincare product? And just all the thinking. When is it on sale? Can I get a coupon for it? How much is it? And there's just so much time spent. And last year I got really into reading, which I also love to talk about on this channel. And reading books really helped me break a lot of my scrolling habits, scrolling just on, social media, but also that shopping when you're just looking for some entertainment, you're, a little bored or looking for a release after a long day of work. I know that's specifically for me. And you're looking for some dopamine hits, and shopping is a very easy way to get some cheap dopamine. So my main reason why I'm committing to a year-long low buy in 2025 is to gain back some of my space and use my time in a way that I want to, by reading books, spending time outside hiking, dabbling with herbalism, just whatever it is that I want to do that isn't just mindlessly scrolling, shopping, or thinking about the next thing I want to buy. Of course, it's also about saving money and, reducing my expenses. Things are only getting more expensive in 2025. So that is also very encouraging for me as a reason why I'm doing low buy, is to help save some money and reduce my expenses. And the last main reason why I'm choosing to do this challenge is because I want to align my values with my shopping. I feel like I do that pretty well. I'm not a big fast fashion shopper. I don't, spend a bunch of money on Amazon. I buy a lot of all natural products from women-owned or small businesses. That's been my pattern for over a decade of my consumer behaviors. But I really want to crisp that up and sharpen it and really align my my values with the way that I shop. And living here in Joshua Tree, California, there are so many great local shops and local makers that is where I want to be spending my money. So that's also part of the reason why I am committing to this year of a low buy. I feel like one of the steps in being successful in this is having those whys, so that when that behavior, that habit creeps up and really starts to tempt you to go shopping and buy those things, or scrolling online looking for something, you can connect back to why you're doing this, what you're committing to. So that's why I started with my whys. And if you're wanting to try a low buy or a no buy year or even month or a quarter, I think it would be great to map out for yourself, take some time with a journal of why you want to do this. Now that we've got those out of the way, let's get into the rules that I'm setting for myself. So the first rule, of course, for my low buy is setting a budget. So unlike a no buy, it's not just not spending any money. I am going to allow myself to spend money, but I need to put some parameters and set a budget for myself. My low buy budget is $125 a month. It feels very small, especially with how expensive everything is. But what that means is if I've spent through that budget of $125, then I know that for the rest of the month, I'm on a no-buy. And so I can just completely shut off that part of my brain, which is great. I can spend my time, again, out hiking or reading my books, doing whatever it is that I want to do, because I know that I've spent my budget. Now, so it means for the whole year, I have $1,500 to spend. And if I don't spend all of that money, the $125 in the month of February, let's say, it'll roll over to March. That's my rule for myself. It'll roll over to March. But if in March I have spent my $125 and I don't have any budget that's rolled over from past months, I can't go spend future months. So I can't spend April or May's money in March. If there's a larger purchase, like a nice high-end, jacket or a pair of jeans that I want to buy myself, I have to be on a no-buy long enough that I have enough money to cover it. So I can't go spending in future months. So that's how I'm using my budget. I will also be tracking my spending month by month. So for me, I'm gonna just do it in the Notes app. $125 is not a lot of money. So I feel like it'll be pretty simple. I don't need to build out a spreadsheet or anything like that. So to keep it simple for myself. Also, if seeing how this project is progressing is interesting to you, I would love if you subscribed and followed along. I'll definitely be doing quarterly or, every few month kind of check-ins to see how's it going, how much money am I saving, am I abiding rules I set for myself, hurdles, how did I get over them, all of that stuff. It's definitely going to be a year-long challenge for myself. That's why I'm setting it. This is not going to be easy for me. So if that interests you, I'd love it if you subscribed and followed along. Also, please tell me below if you're doing a low or a no buy. I would love to know. And any, tips if you've ever done it before, please share with me in the comments below. So I have my budget, but I have created a list of 25 things that I am not buying this year. And that is a way to be able to help myself, again, just know that these items are on the no list, that I can't even shop for them, even with the small budget that I am giving myself. I created a whole video around my 25 no-buy items for 2025. I will link that video down below if you're curious what they are. Some of those items are like purses, shoes. There's, obviously there's 25 on that list. So that is also a part of my rules. Although I have this small budget that I can spend with my low buy, there are those 25 items that I'm just not shopping for or that I won't be spending money on. Some things that my budget doesn't count towards. So there will be spending that I will be doing that doesn't go after this small budget that I've set for myself for my low buy. And those items are gifts for other people. So birthday gifts, when we get to the holidays at the end of the year, Mother's Day gifts, things like that. Those don't count towards my budget. This is definitely trying to curb my own personal spending habits. Buying, a birthday gift for my sister or for my best friend, that's not typically a problem for me in overspending. So that is not accounted for within my budget. Also, concert tickets or massages, those are experiences and for my health. And also I don't go way over extreme for that, except for Beyonce tickets. But again, that's budgeted and something that's accounted for. So that's not money that has to come out of my budget that I'm setting for myself for my low buy year. And then lastly, replacement items. So replacement items, speaking specifically to my skincare, my hair care, and my makeup. So replacement items, when I run out of a facial cleanser, I'm buying a new facial cleanser and that's not coming out of my low buy budget. So more on my replacements. Replacements, I'm going to have to be really strict with myself because all natural skincare, all natural hair care and makeup are products and things that I love to have. I love my skincare routine. I I enjoy doing it every morning and night. It's not a chore for me. Wearing my hair natural and curly, it takes a lot more products than just like some shampoo and conditioner. And makeup, I'm not a real big makeup collector, especially compared to what we can often see on YouTube. I have a very small makeup collection compared to that. But with all three of those areas of products in my life, I'm gonna have to be really strict with myself because I love these items and I love to support, small businesses, women-owned businesses, BIPOC businesses. Because I love to support those, I can definitely overbuy or buy backups, have, 2 or 3 masks that I have in my drawer, or like a backup vitamin C serum because I wanted to try this one from this new brand. So for my low buy year, I'm only buying replacements for items. And I'm only buying replacements as if I've used up all my backups. So I have to dig out all my backups. And if I no longer have an oil cleanser, I will, buy an oil cleanser, but it's like 1 in, 1 out. And again, that doesn't account within my low buy budget that I have for myself, but I am being more strict and putting parameters around it because I know that's something that I love to shop for and spend money on. But I'm gonna be buying the things that I know work. I'm not gonna be dabbling with new, brands or new things that are coming out, because if I buy a curl cream and it doesn't work for me and my hair, then I'm stuck with it because I have to use up my product before I can replace it. I won't have to spend a lot of time shopping around because I know the shampoo and conditioner I love. I know the concealer that I love, the face serums that I, love to use. So that's also going to help with that larger why that I've set for myself with, just not spending time shopping and perusing, because I don't want to risk trying a new product and not liking it and then having to suffer through using it all the way up before I can replace it with another item. And the last 2 things are just behaviors that I'm putting in place now for myself to help me be successful. I'm assuming that as this year goes on, I will find and come across more behaviors that I'm going to need to have to change or, put in place for myself so I can be successful, because our little justifying brain that really wants that dopamine hit of buying that thing is really kind of tricky in being able to push you forward in making purchases. So for now, I know of these 2 behaviors I'm going to put in place, but again, it will be interesting to see how the year goes and see if there will be more that I need to put in place to help me be successful. So the first is, not surprisingly, unsubscribing to all email lists that I am on, where, you get sale notifications, coupons, things like that. I've started doing that a lot in 2024 and it's been so nice, but I'm really gonna take this sharpened view, and anytime I see an email come through from Levi's or Ana Luisa for their jewelry, I'm just gonna be unsubscribing off of all those lists so that I can not even be tempted with them. Along with that is unfollowing brands or businesses on social media. Specifically for me, it's Instagram, just to clean up who I'm following so that I can, again, just minimize the ads that I'm getting, or just the content that I'm seeing that will look intriguing to want to buy this handmade bag from a women's cooperative in South America, and it looks so beautiful, and I'm like, oh, I want it, but I'm not buying purses this year, so it's I don't even need to be following those businesses or seeing those ads to, again, just try to make it easier on myself, because it's already going to be hard enough. So I just want to try to help myself be successful and make it as easy on myself as I possibly can. And the last one is giving a wait time to things that I put in the shopping cart. So I'm going to do a 48-hour to a full week wait time on anything that I put in the shopping cart to really make sure that it's what I want to spend my budget on, that it's what I want to be buying, and just kind of giving myself a moment to cool my jets, again, for that dopamine rush hit that we get when we shop. and just kind of like cool my jets, see if I really want it, see if I really need it. If I see something locally in a gift shop, I can go back and buy it in a couple days. I have found that waiting on a shopping cart, that was a behavior that I put in place in 2024, was really helpful for me. So I want to continue that and put, again, like a hard rule instead of just like sometimes I would do it. I have to wait 48 hours to a full week to buy the item that I want to buy. All right, so that is my rules for my low buy for 2025 and anchoring it with those, the whys that I'm doing this to help me be successful. Again, I would love to know if you're doing a low buy or a no buy year or a month type of challenge. Please tell me in the comments below. If you want to see how successful I am in the year to come, be sure to subscribe, or you can follow me at Simply Allison over on Instagram to see how I'm doing throughout the year on these challenges. Come over, say hi, or see a little window into my life living in Joshua Tree, California. I would love it if you subscribed and followed along, and I hope you have a really beautiful day. Bye, everyone.